Jennifer is one of the only people left in the office on a Friday night. She is flying out to New York for an extended weekend and to see her ex-fiancé for Valentine's Day. So she sends him an email. She does not want to be late for her flight, so she picks up some candy to go and leaves. A man is leaving work at the same time, and they both earn waiting at the elevator at the same time. Jennifer gets in on the 49th floor, and he gets in on the 42nd. The guy says hello and starts joking about where they are from. She replies but is not interested in further conversation. The guy shows her an etching on the wall. Suddenly, the elevator jams shut. They try using a key to get into the alarm button, and nothing will work despite the fact that the lift still has electricity. So they attempt to open the door, but it does not work either. They try to motion up to the fully working camera, but no answer comes back, and to make things worse, none of their phones are working since they are so deep underground, so they have no service. Jennifer is looking for security for the building and fears that she will miss her flight. Finally, they try calling for help to no avail, and they can try banging on the door, but no one would be able to hear them. A man gets the idea that there might be an escape hatch, so he bumbles onto his shoulders. Then they arrive to the ceiling of the lift. She injured her hand slightly as she tapped it before she was about to be on his hands. In 1 hour, Jennifer has given up the hope of taking her flight, and even if the guy suspects it, she only swears at everything. They introduce themselves and continue with same chat the boy entered elevator with from the start. Jennifer's thermos does not contain any water, and the guy gives her his bottle. They even joke about the wine he brought. Then, they discovered that they had bottle openers. Their wine goes untouched, but she took the water when he offered sort of a consolation prize for not getting food. Jennifer passed out some candy to the guys, thinking that they should save their rations since they might be stuck in the elevator for days. They had put their rations in their pockets and Jennifer had distributed the candy. Then, for hours later, Jennifer needed to pee so badly that she was afraid she wouldn't be able to control herself in front of him. He told her to go in the corner over his coat. Things get weirder from here. After she said no, the man insisted that she relieve herself in the thermos, but she made him close his eyes tightly and cover his ears while he sang an unknown melody, and the fact that she remembered all of the words to a song she had written years before while she began going. She then added more drawings to the wall of their temporary haven. They began playing the realization game and talking about personal things. Given the man's age or some observations, Jennifer concludes, this means that no one he knows is going to be looking for him. He understands this way of life. Jennifer does too. Eventually the man says something. Rather than just pointing at something and shrugging off physical contact with Jennifer, he hands the wine to her, saying that they should have some now. It is for not being dead yet. Much later, they spend their time drawing each other, but getting closer, they do their drawings, acknowledging each other at the end. Jennifer says hers is more on the jokey side while his is a real portrait. She apologizes again and takes a photo of her drawing, saying she'll put it as her profile picture, if we survive. Next, they talk about food, because both of them are very hungry, and Jennifer asks God to change the topic. Launches himself into different topics, prompting her to comment on making love as opposed to just having sex. She turns the camera on him. Which part of his body has been the filthiest spot he's ever made love before? The guy's a trait proud, so he wants to hear about her first. In college, Jennifer explains that she once fell asleep in a library after spending the night and day studying, and her boyfriend took advantage of the situation. When it's the guy's turn, he hesitates to share his story, believing it's uninteresting. Jennifer suggests he make up a story about a hot girl who wanted to be with him during a work picnic. He claims they got drunk, got in the car, and she began to undress while he was driving, which became uncomfortable and caused him to stop. He apologizes for crossing a line, but Jennifer says it's fine. The guy approaches her awkwardly and kisses her before undressing her. They make love in the elevator after he tells her he could fall in love with her, but she runs away. Jennifer expresses her desire to reconcile with her ex and plans to surprise him in New York. She believes that while their encounter was enjoyable, they should maintain a casual approach as their relationship is genuine. Jennifer speaks frankly about her feelings and previous relationship with the guy. He believes they share a connection and that her ex doesn't deserve her. Jennifer expresses her love for him and tells him they will go back to their separate lives. The guy insists that they were meant to be together, causing him to cry and feel alienated. The guy reveals to Jennifer that he's been lying to her about his identity, job, and name. He confesses that he has been secretly observing her at work every day and has taken photos and videos of her, including footage of her getting into the elevator that night. Jennifer is shocked to learn that the man she thought was her boyfriend is actually the building's security guard, who is angry that no one pays attention to him. Reveals that he's been planning everything, including their night together, and pulls out a key to unlock the elevator. Jennifer is horrified and threatens to call the police, vowing that he'll spend the rest of his life in jail. A man becomes upset and tries to grab a woman, leading to a struggle where they flail about and the woman breaks the elevator key. She eventually knocks him out with her shoe, but then worries she may have killed him and approaches him cautiously. However, he suddenly regains consciousness and knocks her down, leaving them both unconscious in the elevator. Jennifer wakes up to find the kidnapper conscious and asks him why he did it. He claims he wanted to escape with her to have a genuine connection, not just a date. However, Jennifer is skeptical and believes someone will eventually rescue them. She discovers that the other guards won't arrive until Tuesday, and the kidnapper reveals he'll rather kill her than go back to prison. Situation escalates when Jennifer accuses him of forcing her into the situation, prompting him to become enraged. After calming down, he opens a gift from Jennifer, finding a shirt and box intended for her ex-fiancé. The guy puts on a shirt and has Jennifer open a present containing cigars and accessories. He lights one, taunts her, and says she could have gotten her ex back with all the gifts, before ironically wishing her a happy Valentine's Day. Later, he apologizes for his behavior. The guy asks Jennifer to reconcile and gives her an ultimatum, telling her to think about it. He then changes the subject by commenting on a travel ad playing in the elevator, expressing his desire to take Jennifer to that resort one day. He becomes distracted by a broken neon light and decides to break it with Jennifer's thermos. When they realize the ceiling panels need replacement, he decides to take matters into his own hands, breaking one open with the thermos. Jennifer suggests giving him a boost to get up there, but the guy asks her to do it instead, promising to return for her. The man is skeptical that his partner will return for him, but Jennifer convinces him to leave the elevator by telling him what he wants to hear. They escape together, but Jennifer betrays him by giving him the middle finger. He then finds a way to climb out of the elevator and joins Jennifer, who has already reached the door. Jennifer's abductor tells her to run, but she's caught and pulled back into the elevator. She tries to escape by opening the door and screaming for help, but he grabs her and pushes them both back in. They both fall unconscious. Jennifer wakes up first and uses the fire sprinklers to create a plan to escape. She tries to activate the fire alarms by lighting a cigar, but when that doesn't work, she starts a small fire in the smoke-filled elevator. The guy wakes up, and she attacks him, breaking his nose. Jennifer overpowers her attacker and uses a piece of clothing to restrain him. He admits that the fire alarm won't work and they'll be electrocuted if they try to escape, but Jennifer threatens to harm him if he doesn't confess. She records herself explaining the ordeal, then turns the camera on him and demands his real name, which he reveals is John Deacons. He confesses that he intentionally trapped them in the elevator. John confesses to kidnapping and physically abusing Jennifer, admitting that he trapped her in an elevator and hit her head on the ground and threw her against the wall. He claims he did this because he wanted a date with her, but didn't ask her out normally. John, a former accountant, reveals to Jennifer that he was involved in a fatal car accident while driving with a girl. However, his account of the event differs from the truth. He missed an exit and crashed into a ravine, killing the girl. He only served 6 months in jail due to his financial resources. After his release, he struggled to find a job and ended up becoming a security guard. Despite his troubled past, John is drawn to Jennifer and claims it's because she's amazing. On Monday, a security guard takes his new girlfriend to the building's roof, but when he can't find John, he checks the security monitors and sees that John and Jennifer are stuck in the elevator. He wakes them up, but instead of helping them, he tells Jennifer he'll come down to get them out, while his girlfriend falls asleep on the couch. When Eddie arrives at the elevator, he uses a crowbar to open the doors, but before Jennifer can exit, John knocks her out. John tells Eddie he's arrived, but Eddie reports that the elevator isn't working. Eddie offers to help fix it, but gets stuck inside and sees something strange when John turns it on. John kills Eddie and takes Jennifer to his car, putting her in the trunk. He then disposes of Eddie's body and cleans up, before returning to the front desk. John deletes the security footage, then kills his girlfriend and dumps her body in the shaft. He takes Jennifer to a secluded spot, tells her he still has feelings for her, and prepares to dispose of her by pouring gasoline into a dumpster. However, Jennifer feigns death and, when John approaches the dumpster, she hits him over the head and escapes in his car. After finding a lit cigar in the ashtray, Jennifer backs up the car and intentionally rams into John, who is terrified. Jennifer returns to find John trapped in the dumpster and, instead of helping him, relights her cigar and walks away. In a cruel act, she then throws the lit butt into the dumpster, leaving John to burn alive. Movie ends here. If you like the video, please subscribe our channel. Thank you.